Today's episode of Voiced is from r/true off my chest and is about 3 users who found themselves in situations that escalated quickly, leaving them with no choice but to act with potentially life-altering consequences. What would you do if you were in their shoes? Subscribe if you enjoy.
I have been with him for 3 years now. We planned on getting married when our lives settled down. I wanted to start a family with him. I loved him more than anyone else in this world. I've sacrificed so much for him, moved away from my home, turned down jobs so I could stay with him, and stood by his side as he started to go back to school. I gave him my world, and he cheats on me. I found out over a month ago. The jerk got cocky, and I found out he was cheating on me with 2 different women. One is a teaching assistant at his university. The other is his best friend's girlfriend. I'm livid. I write this post choking back venom. I loved him so much. He was my world, but now he will be the world I burned to nothing but ash. I pay for everything since he quit his job last year to go to school. I was more than happy to help him. I make enough to support us both. The only upside is that the student loans are in his name with no connection to me. It will hurt to push the jerk out to sea, but I will survive. I have held out for a month, enough time to create what I call the day his world burns. Tomorrow, we are hosting a party. I arranged for his family to come, but my family will sadly not be able to make it. I have packed everything valuable already, and the suitcase is in the back of my car. My brother will come during the event tomorrow to take the car that is in my name that the scumbag drives to my parents' house. The joint account, which is all my money anyway, is already empty. The event will be great, and he thinks it's for us to announce our engagement to his family. What will happen in reality is I will announce my departure from his life. I have already taken a job out of state and have lined up a new place to live. I will start by telling everyone what he is into. The screenshots of him asking his friend's girlfriend to urinate on him, and the many other fantasies his sick mind came up with, will be passed around. I will hand him the notice to vacate, as I have already broken our lease. We need to be out by the end of the month. I will then end off by informing him I have already reported he was sleeping with the teaching assistant for one of his classes the previous semester to the university, and that I am sad I won't see the fallout from that. His friend also has a message for him that I will deliver, informing him that his friend group never wants to see him again as well. And with that, I will leave. I will not look back. 2 hours later, I should have expected my story and planned to gain traction.
Wow, that's quite the dramatic turn of events. From heartbreak to revenge, we've seen one person's life upended by betrayal. But now, let's dive into a completely different kind of chaos. Imagine this. You're enjoying a family outing on a beautiful evening, and suddenly, you find yourself in the middle of an unexpected rescue mission. Little did you know that your good deed would lead to a series of events that are anything but ordinary. So this happened yesterday. My family, wife, kids, and in-laws, and I had just returned from a pontoon cruise for the evening. It was later than usual, so I sent the wife up on the golf cart with the kids and in-laws to get them some dinner while I covered up the boat. About halfway through covering up the boat, I noticed someone halfway across the cove in the water, all by herself, and she appeared to maybe be in distress. She wasn't making progress swimming one way or the other, and occasionally going underwater. There were people on the opposite shoreline yelling at her, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. I yell asking if she needs help, and she says yes. I call my wife and tell her to come down on the cart. Someone is in the water and needs help. I'm going in. I might need help getting the person out. I put on a life jacket and grab the throw cushion from the boat. I swim out to the person and pass off the throw cushion. She appears out of breath. First thing she says to me is, "I'm topless." I respond with, okay, but are you okay? What is my wife going to think with a naked woman swimming to shore with me? She then says she's running from her boyfriend who is messed up on drugs. She also asks if it's shallow enough to touch yet. It wasn't going to be. I help her to the dock where my wife meets us. She tells my wife, "I'm sorry, but I don't have a shirt on." Again, my wife just asks if she's okay, and she tells us the boyfriend story again. Sure enough, as she gets out of the water, she is topless, but she is carrying a white t-shirt that she quickly throws on. She then immediately begins running to shore. At the same time, we notice a pontoon cruising towards our dock, yelling at us. At first, I think this must be her boyfriend chasing her, and we are in the middle of some domestic dispute. They quickly get closer, and I realize it's 2 sheriff deputies who flagged a pontoon down to carry them across the lake. As they are jumping onto the dock, we noticed the girl had just jumped into our golf cart and was riding away on it. Apparently, she was allegedly involved in a string of burglaries, and the boyfriend she was running away from was the cops. I had unknowingly aided her swim across the lake to escape, and she used our golf cart as a getaway vehicle. The cops chased her for a while through the night, tracking her down once more, but she escaped again. We looked all day for the golf cart today, with no luck. I notified insurance about the theft around lunch. About an hour ago, someone notified us through social media that it was parked behind a house in a neighborhood over. So we recovered the cart, and it seems okay. They put more warrants out for the suspect and are still looking for her. Wow, talk about a wild turn of events. Who would have thought that a simple act of heroism could lead to such an unexpected and dramatic situation? From saving someone from drowning to finding yourself in the middle of a police chase, it's clear that good intentions can sometimes lead us down some pretty crazy paths. But let me tell you, things are about to get even wilder. Imagine this. You're enjoying a family day out at a beautiful Florida spring, swimming and having fun with your loved ones. The sun is shining, the water is crystal clear, and everything seems perfect. But then, something unexpected happens that will leave you questioning whether you should have ever gone for that swim. So buckle up, because things are about to get a whole lot more intense. Before I talk about today's posts, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Today, we have some intense and dramatic stories from Reddit. First up, there was a post titled, "Tomorrow, I'm going to ruin his life." This person has been cheated on by their partner after 3 years of dedication. The plan for revenge is epic, from emptying the joint account to exposing all the dirty details at a party meant to announce an engagement. It's like something out of a movie. And the update? Well, you'll have to check it out yourself. Next, we had TIFU by saving a topless woman from drowning. This guy thought he was helping someone in distress, but ended up aiding a criminal escape. The twist with the golf cart and the cops chasing her is just wild. And then there's the snake story, TIFU by Swimming in a Florida spring, where a dad kills a water moccasin and accidentally launches it onto a picnic table full of Girl Scout shoes. The screams from those girls must have been terrifying. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these stories. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Voiced. If you enjoyed daily high-quality stories, please like and subscribe to show your support.